Well, we've generally been a big believer in Central European logistics. We own, give or take, 600 million of logistics. A lot of that's in the Czech Republic, majority of that's in the Czech Republic, and some of that's in Poland. It's been a good market for us. I mean, the market fell completely out of favour on a capital markets basis after the crisis, and so we bought quite a lot in 2010, 2011. Yields have definitely come in. The assets we bought are much more typically logistics, where you have shorter term leases, and that's based off service providers providing contracts to retailers or other people. And that market is gaining interest at the moment, and as sort of Neil says, the way the market's very hot at the moment is very, very long lease like distributions. Someone has their own distribution unit for 10 or 15 years. That's not the sort of logistics we have, but we've been finding it's been a good market for us. Tenants are renewing. Different places rents are up, some places rents are down, but it's generally been a lot of tenant demand. And you're seeing the market is changing. You look at what sort of space people need when they take shopping centres. We've signed to buy a portfolio of shopping centres, and they're all anchored by Carrefours. Those Carrefours have enormous areas. Probably 50% is storage and 50% is sales. That's because when they built these things in 94, 95, they had to ship goods in for a week, whereas now they can do day-by-day delivery. So that changes retail, that's changing logistics. So I think the market is changing. If you get it right, you can do very well. But with the road network changing, sometimes a location that was very good a few years ago is no longer a good location. So as long as you get it right, then it's a great market.
Karen, yeah.
In terms of the logistics market, how much is, with regard to tenant demand, 3PL?
Most, yeah. I'd say.
So you don't have like indigenous, like John Lewis would have its own retail.
Yes and no. We've mostly no, but we've got an asset in Prague as part of the VGP portfolio, which is basically based in Prague. It's just right on the border of Prague, and so you've got typical 3PLs, you've got distributions there, and you also have people using it because it's on the borders of Prague as effectively what you're talking about. So we had IKEA as a tenant there. They had an IKEA down the road, and this was there basically when you bought your wardrobe. You came to the park and picked up the wardrobe there. There's distributions. We've got a flower distributor, but they have a warehouse at the front and they distribute across Czech Republic. But the majority, even that, is still 3PL. Yeah.
The biggest tenants in the logistics sector are the third-party logistics providers. And they're providing services for their customers. When you get a very large retailer like H&M or Tesco or Carrefour, they tend to have their own facilities.